When will Pepe coin be breaking out? Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm maxi, and I've got another video for you guys. Today, we're going to be talking about Pepe, so hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's hop into this video. Okay, guys, we are going to start off on the Pepe chart. We're going to do a little bit of analysis before we dive deep into where I think this market is headed. As of right now, we're looking at the daily time frame on Pepe, seeing money flow starting to curve up, momentum wave curving up as well, starting to kind of just consolidate a little bit here. We saw a little bit of an impulse wave over the past week, over the weekend, but I do expect some explosive moves this week. I really do. You know, we saw Bitcoin today make a move over $100,000 all the way up to 102K, nearly closing over an extremely important level, which we'll talk about later in the video. But as of right now, when you look at the daily, we're just getting ready to curve up here, guys. I really need to see where Bitcoin decides to head for me to say, okay, Pepe's breaking out right now to new all-time highs. But as of right now, guys, there's a lot of signals, a lot of things going on, and I do think these dips are for buying. So if you want to buy that dip, then check out in the description box below or the pinned comment down below. Sign up to Blowf and you get a $5,000 sign bonus, as well as 10% off all trading fees for the lifetime of your account. No other exchanges offering this. And if you guys want to leverage trade Pepe, you want a 100x long and top blast to infinity. If you want to do that, I don't recommend you do that, but if you want to have some fun and be a degen, you can do that as well on Blowfin and save on some fees while you're there. So what's going on with Pepe? Where are we at here? Pepe sitting ranked 21, up 15% in the past 7 days, down about 1.33% in the past 24 hours. But we did see a little bit of a bounce, but I do want to emphasize that there's a lot brewing with Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance that leads me to believe that there's one of two scenarios that could be playing out here, and we're going to be talking about that. But as of right now, Pepe's sitting at $8.64 billion. All-time high for the market cycle has been $11 billion. You know, the other day I was talking with CryptoKip about how Pepe launched in the bear market, and CryptoKip had a ton of Pepe at a $10 million market cap. And now we're sitting at a $8.64 billion, and we got to an $11 billion at one point. And him and I were just talking about how crazy crypto is. And, you know, sometimes meme coins can do absurd things. They can 10x, 100x, and even 1,000x. And we saw that with Pepe. It's absolutely insane. I do expect Pepe to be, I mean, it already has proven it's a heavy hitter, but I do expect it to really prove the test of time. You know, it is relatively new. It came out in the bear market after the 2021 bull market, and there wasn't much going on. The Pepe on ETH came out, and it's Pepe, guys. It got the right traction. It's going to be around. It's going to be around for a long time. I think that there is a world where Pepe flips Shiba Inu, and not only Shiba Inu, but I do think that it's possible that Pepe does flip Dogecoin, especially when it comes to the inflationary aspect of tokens for Doge. When you look at Pepe, it has a $420.68 trillion supply, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that come down at some point. And I still believe that an $8.63 billion market cap for Pepe is very minimal when you're talking about a meme that has more mind share than any meme on the internet across the globe. Everyone knows what Pepe is. If you were to ask somebody in a hidden village in the jungle what Shiba Inu is, I think there's a less likely chance that they know what that is versus Pepe the frog. That's my opinion. Maybe that's unhinged and crazy, but that's my opinion on it. So where are these signals? What is going on with Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance? Why am I talking about that all the time, and why is that so important right now? Well, Bitcoin has closed above $100,000, guys. Over $102,000. Starting to look like we are getting ready to make moves towards all-time highs. But I do need to emphasize that right now would be a fantastic time for a pullback. And I know you guys don't want to hear that, but this positioning right now, it would be a fantastic time to break down and be a little bit of a bull trap. You know, we closed above this lower high and to indicate, okay, it's we're getting a little bit of a reversal here, and then you come up, and then bam, you come down. I wouldn't be surprised to see that play out. But I also will say, you know, we should be leaning towards the bullish trend because the trend is your friend. If we close above 103,000, which is not that far away, we closed at about 102,500, so about $500 off. If we close above 103,000, I would say, okay, we're probably going to get ready to test new all-time highs around $114,000. But if we do get that pullback, and this is a little bull trap, then I do think that we can come and test this trend line at around 95K, and everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. I'm kind of looking for a correction right here, but we should be leaning towards the bullish side. It's very important that we're paying attention to that when we're PEPE coin holders and PEPE bulls, because if Bitcoin does break down, guys, the alts are going to come down with it. That's just the story is old as time, but really also something we need to be looking at is Bitcoin dominance. In every single video now I've been talking about Bitcoin dominance because it's so important. It really is the backbone if we're going to have an altcoin season or not. And we are holding up at a good level, but if Bitcoin breaks down to 95K, I think that altcoin season will probably get in. I think that it will be juiced up. I think that altcoin season I think Bitcoin dominance will break down if we see that breakdown on Bitcoin. And I think that you'll probably see alts make some big moves after the first initial impulse to the downside. When Bitcoin starts to creep back up, that's when I expect you're going to see some crazy altcoin moves. But I know it's strange, but I do think that if Bitcoin does start to make its way above 103,000, make its way to 114K, that's a little bit more bearish for altcoins in the short term, though, guys. Don't crucify me. Just letting you know. I think that there's a more bearish scenario if Bitcoin is more bullish. I know. But just for the short term, So if Bitcoin does make its way above 103,000, make its way to 114K, then I do expect Bitcoin dominance to probably rally and maybe, just maybe, even test around 59.5%. I think that's possible. But we really need to be paying attention to where Bitcoin's headed if we want to know where PEPE is going to go. And, if Bitcoin dominance breaks down here and we start to test this blue line at 54.5%, if we do test this line, I do expect us to break below it. And if we do break below it, I think that PEPE is getting ready to see cycle highs, guys. I really do. I think that we're going to probably be breaking above 4.028.562, especially with all the trading volume we now have because of the Robinhood users. But if Bitcoin does break to the upside, then I would not be surprised to see a little bit of some stalling here, maybe a little bit of a correction down, but I do expect this trend line to stay intact, something like that. I know that's a botched line, but I'm trying to draw with some straight hands, but I do expect that trend line to stay intact, even if we do see that breakout to the upside. Guys, we just need to be patient. Everyone is waiting for altcoin season. We're seeing some alts make big moves now. And guys, PEPE is a heavy hitter this cycle, and I do expect it to perform very well. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, and please go follow me at 333blackc on Instagram and Twitter. If I can get to 1,000 followers in the next 24 hours on Instagram and Twitter, I will give away $1,000 to one of you guys. What was I going to say? $1,000 to one of you guys? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I said. If I can get to 1,000 followers in 24 hours. I want to give back during this altcoin season, guys. And I know that the bull market can be tough, but big gains are right around that corner. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that we're going to see a big move to the upside for PEPE, new all-time highs in the next month or so? Or do we have to wait until the second half of 2025? That's a theory I've been talking about a lot on this channel, is either we get the altcoin season in the first half of 2025 or we get it at the second half of 2025. Very curious on what you guys have to say about that. But that's all I got. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.